this video, I'm going to run you through the absolutely incredible Sage integration that we have built. We're so happy with the way that this has come out and really excited that you can all use it to create amazing sales docs and sales presentations whilst leveraging the extensive catalog that is within Sage. So when I'm at my sales board, I can choose Add New, and I'm going to start with a sales doc, which is a quote. By selecting this section here, you can see that if I'm integrated with Sage, I have the Sage tile option available here on the right-hand side. If I click that, I then end up with a Sage search criteria that looks very similar to the Sage web availability fields that are available. So you can filter by category, you can filter by theme, or most popular, of course, is I'm going to choose to search by the keyword of keychain. So when I click to start this search, it's going to communicate with the Sage API and it's going to pull back all the available keychains. In this case, I get 1,000 keychains back from that search, and I'm showing only 24 rows per page. You can show more rows per page and you can flick between pages here. However, I would anticipate that 1,000 keychains is somewhat overwhelming. So what I might do is I'll choose to refine the search, which is going to go back. And let's perhaps select from a theme. In this case, it's going to be 90s. So I'm looking for 90s themed keychains. So I've taken 1,000 results now down to 8 results. I can very easily go ahead and I can add in a product into a sales doc. You can see that the image comes across. I've got 5 more available images in the image toolbox here. It shows me that the product has a minimum order quantity of 500. All of the colors are available for that product are there. Usually, depending on the product, there's lots of products that don't have sizes available or it's not applicable. We're pulling in the buy price. You then run your markup over it, which is outputting the sell price that you can then sell it to your customer. And what's fantastic about this integration is that you can add additional charges or options, which are in our world, in the Hoops world, decorations or additional costs. And you can add those in very easily. So anywhere you see in this really comprehensive Sage Details product toolbox, anywhere that you see anything underlined, you can hover over it and you can see you can add this cost as a decoration or add it as an additional cost. Setup cost for these keychains, I would obviously say is going to be an additional cost, which in Hoops is a fixed charge in comparison to a decoration being a run charge. So let's choose add additional cost. You get this popover, which allows you to rename that additional cost if you'd like, and also set the buy price of it. When I choose add, it's then automatically based on my Hoops settings. It's going to roll up that setup cost into the price. You can choose to show or hide that from your customer as well. And this is all using the native Hoops functionality and all of the power that we have, which then allows you to manage at the sales doc template level, whether you like to maybe hide all the setup cost from the customer's view and rather just have it included in that rate, which you can do right from here. So let's go ahead and look at adding some products into a sales presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and create a presentation, use the default settings. And you'll notice here when I'm integrated with Sage, I have this lovely option to bulk add from Sage. So this is just a complete game changer. When I click on this, again, let's do the same thing. So we're just going to search for keychains now. And I get all of those results back. I can then go ahead and I can actually multi-select. In this case, I'm going to do, let's say 12 different keychains. I'll just choose the first 12. That's not a keychain. Let's do it here. And I can choose to add 12 products in a single click to a presentation. You can see all of that information's come across. The imagery is beautiful. And I can then click on that product to view more information about it. And here I'm back at that Sage product details toolbox. You'll notice that I've pulled in all of the pricing based on the different quantity breaks that are available for this particular product. Again, the Hoops automated markup settings would be running here, so you can configure that to mark these things up in any way that you'd like to using our very powerful markup functionality. I get all of these images available, which I can choose to select all or deselect all. And then in the product specifics for this particular product, you can see that I've got these different options, such as delivery time. So you can add 48-hour blank stock for an extra $1. Or if I'm buying 596 cents, 1,093, 2,590 cents each. If I hover on this, you'll see that these add cost as decoration or add cost as additional cost pop up here. I'm going to choose to add this one as a decoration because it is a run charge. The name is 48-hour blank. You can obviously overwrite that and you can see the different prices based on the different quantity breaks, and I can choose add. And just like that, I have a decoration added to this particular keychain as well that's coming straight from the Sage information. You can see here that the buy price of those, that run charge is being added in here into that pricing. By clicking back on this toolbox, I can go down and I can see what setup costs are applicable here. So perhaps you've done this before, in which case you need to add repeat setup as an additional cost. And just like that, I've put all of that into a presentation that I'm able to then send across to my customer with all of this beautiful imagery. You would then click back and, of course, go through all of these different keychains if you're going to present this many and add all of the different pricing available for these.